I'll be good with this many people. You don't have to.
I know.
I'm much. I'm trash at this game.
Oh my goodness. Anybody have sniffles or anything, their nose might run, want to put tissue in the pocket? We are officially on air. It's okay.
I always have to
Why don't
sneeze.
you put one in your pocket just in case?
Good morning, guys. As you come in, come on over and grab
Or sniffles. Everybody's got sniffles. All right, we're gonna go pick a number out.
Grab a number.
Mr. Mullins, we are live on air.
Okay, I won't say anything bad.
You just said something. I'm
I
famous.
said bad.
Look back. Look back.
What's that?
Yes.
One.
Lucky number one.
All right. Are you gonna wear your jacket on the whole time? All right, go ahead and take it off. Don't put it on top of everybody else's over there. Pick a number.
You guys come on over and pick a number.
If you're not gonna wear your jacket the whole time, don't put it on top of anybody else's, but spread them out on these back tables. Pick a number. And then, if you need to go to the restroom or want to try, you may go do that. Perfect.
Deal with it.
What you got?
Deal with it.
All right. Number 12.
What are you?
Are you trying to be a jump that is
You might want to keep pressing that. Oh, where's the camera? Frank, did you draw it on her?
As a reminder, guys, we are on air, which means anybody can tap in and watch our show.
Our name,
What are you
address.
So you get your way
LLS.
Wait,
Oh,
you
no.
too. You're getting awkward. Get away from me.
LLUSA.
Ticket NMF Industries.
Where's number 2? Oh, I had another 2?
Look on the other side, Xavier.
Did I have a number on your chair?
Did you take that off your chair?
Oh, okay, yeah, come get this one, or stick this one on your chair.
Wait, did the Xavier get number 2?
He did.
That one she did.
One thing to do. For you. Number
That
that.
goes back to church.
Birkin footless, lessing good mom.
All right, we're about to close the media center.
Close the door.
Great. Okay, we are live. Yeah, cool. That means that anybody that wants to anywhere in the world, actually, can you watch it? That's our best behavior. When Tally gets back, we will begin. Hi, world. We are very happy to have our one audience member, our one in live audience.
I laughed at your eye.
Uh-huh.
Our live.
If you still have your little ticket, we'll put it back in here.
Oh.
Wait, I don't want the world seeing my face.
I'm from Alexander Graham Bell. That's my
It's full
name.
spelling bee, like it's national.
My name is
Ain't
Alexander
nobody
Graham
wants
Bell.
to. Okay.
Okay, some of you already got tissues, but I know some of us have sniffles, and when we get nervous, our nose starts running. Anybody wanna have a tissue in their pocket?
I mean, I think that we.
Just grab a book and go.
This is not to play with, though, dear, and never cover your face. Okay. 1, 2, 2. All right, let me shut this door. Bye-bye.
Please speak clearly when you spell the word.
Take a ticket up.
What?
Daniel, take your hood off, please.
Pick a roll.
Oh, yeah. Here.
I-cord. I-C-H. Okay. First of all, I used to be in school spelling. I was your age. And I won the school spelling bee when I was in the 4th grade. And I went to the county competition, and I got out in the 3rd round, and you know what word I misspelled? What? Broccoli. And I have never forgotten how to spell it again since then. Okay? So first of all, before we start, and I get to reading the rules and everything, Miss Rivera is gonna be our word caller. She's gonna read it loud, clear, and she has a script, so there's only certain things that she can say. Miss Brown and I are the judges. That means that we're gonna try to be the expert on the rules, and we're gonna let you know if I will let you know if you answer correct or incorrect. We're both gonna be listening to you and writing what we hear you say. If we are in question, we'll kind of look and compare and go from there. The red tape on the floor is where you will stand when it's your turn. And then when you're finished, you'll go back to your seat. At the end of each round, okay, if any of you have been eliminated, we will let you know, and then you will move to the audience. When you get to be in the audience, you are to be silent. Actually, throughout the whole competition, we should not hear you unless you are spelling. Okay? That means we don't need to be making noises, we don't need to be wiggly, we don't need to be talking or whispering or distracting in any sort of way. Because if you are a distraction to the other spellers, as a speller or as an audience member, I will disqualify you. Okay, and I don't want to have to do that. I know you're a very talkative group, lots of personalities, a lot of you are excited, a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous is always good, okay? But remember, you are already a winner because you are one of the top 6 spellers in your grade level, okay? So even though we can only have one school champion, you're already a winner. So if you get out in the first round, it's nothing to be upset about because you're already a winner, okay? If you end up disappointed in how it turns out today, it's okay. Okay? You always have next year, okay? Middle schoolers compete in this as well. This is competition for 4th through 8th grade. So because we only have 4th and 5th grade on our campus, then only our 4th and 5th graders compete. The champion and the 2nd place winner will get a certificate, an additional certificate. They will get a t-shirt from the school that you will get to design and create to wear to the county spelling bee. The champion will compete in the county spelling bee, but the 2nd runner-up will come to all of the practices that I have with you to train, just in case the champion gets sick or cannot compete, then the 2nd place winner will be the one who represents our school. Okay? There's a few official rules that I want to read to you. I gave you a copy of these rules before you left for the holidays, and I also gave you all the same study guides. So hopefully you spent the holidays preparing. Sometimes we have students who say, I studied the whole break and I got out on the first round. And then that does kind of stink, okay? But look how much better of a speller you are from all that studying you did. So that time is not wasted. And then I have some students who say, I didn't study at all and I made it to the 12th round. So most of it is about your spelling skill. But there is a little bit of luck in there involved too, because it does depend on what words you get. Okay, and we understand that as well. We have one live audience member. Would you like a copy of the rules just to have? I have those available if you would. Okay, so let me finish the rules, and then if you have any questions after we read the rules, then I'll answer them, okay? Because I may answer questions for the rules while I'm reading the rules. Okay, so we are not participating in the vocabulary part of a spelling bee. This is only oral spelling of words that we will not be asking you what a word means. The judges can disqualify a speller who refuses to start spelling or to provide an answer to a question, okay? So if you just don't respond at all after a reasonable amount of time, then you'll be disqualified. If you do not come up to the red tape and look at the judges to spell, it's going to be very hard for us to hear you. Ms. Brown and I will be staring at you because we like to look at your mouth too, because if we can't hear you well, we can at least see how your lips move, because our job is to make sure we hear you clearly, which means you have to speak clearly and slowly, okay? I recommend, we can't disqualify you for this, but when Ms. Rivera gives you the word and the other information that she can give you, you can ask questions. We talked about this, remember? You can ask her to repeat the word as many times as you need it repeated. You can ask for the part of speech of the word again. You can ask for the definition again. You can ask for a sentence with the word, and those things are important because some words are homonyms, and you need to make sure that you're spelling the right word. The other thing that I'm going to ask you to do is, before you start spelling the word, say the word to Miss Brown and I, okay? Because if you say the wrong word, we can stop you from starting to spell it because we know that you misunderstood Miss Rivera. So say the word, spell the word, say the word. Once you start spelling, then you cannot change the order of the letters. Okay, so keep that in mind. The first attempt is what we go with. But before you start spelling, your job is to make sure you understand exactly what the word is that she is saying. All right, let's see what else I've missed. If you say a letter and you kind of mumble it, and neither one of us understood what you said, and we cannot come up with a decision, then you will be out of the round. So make sure that you say your letters loudly and clearly. Make sure you face the judges. Making sure I've covered everything on this list. We will do not correct each other. Remember, I've already said you are not to speak except for to one of us or when you spell the word. So if someone does and when someone does misspell a word, we don't need to make any kind of response. We do not need to correct them. We certainly do not need to laugh. Okay? Because we're all in the same boat and we're here to support each other in that. The rounds, let me explain the rounds to you, all right? If none of the spellers remain in the spelling bee at the start of a round, spells a word correctly, nobody spells a word correctly, then everybody is still in. Does that make sense? If only one speller in a round spells correctly or answers the vocabulary question correctly, which we're not doing the vocabulary, basically here's the deal. If only one person in the round, whoever's left, spells it correctly, okay, they have to spell the next word correctly to be the champion. If they do not spell that second word correctly that I've given them, then everybody in that previous round is reinstated and they have another chance. So the champion basically has to spell 2 words in a row correctly to be declared the champion. Okay, so you may not be out until the champion spells 2 words in a row. And as we go through this, it'll make a little bit more sense. Here is something that is bold and is very important. And I'm going to say it again. I said it in my own words, but I'm going to read it straight from the manual. If a speller misspells the anticipated championship word A new spelling round begins with all the spellers who participated in the previous round, the round right before that one. These spellers would spell in their original order. Is everybody clear on that? Because I don't want you to be confused on anything. We have Webster's Unabridged Dictionary here. This is what we go by. We've never had to use it before, but if there is a question, we have that to go by. You have as much time as you need, so do not feel rushed. Just like in that little sample video we watched of the National Spelling Bee, some of them asked questions multiple times before they started spelling. Okay, and that is perfectly fine. You have all the time you need. Anybody else have a question for me, Calvin? Can I answer your question? Okay. Anything I've left off, ladies? All right, well, we will begin. That's what we can't have. Okay? No sort of remarks like that, because that can be distracting. I know we're excited and nervous, but we are ready to begin.
Speller one, please step forward. Ricky.
Would we like to do a practice round? This is completely up to us. We can start with this. Yeah, would you like to do a practice round?
Yes.
I'm fine with that. Let's do a practice round.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Fun, noun, a thing or person that gives amusement or is enjoyable. The backyard pool takes some work to maintain, but gives the children a great deal of fun. Correct. Make sure you look at the judges and not me. That's speller two. And as one speller goes to sit down, you guys come on up as the next speller. This word has a homonym, red, adjective, of a color that is like that of blood or a ruby.
Red, R-E-D.
Correct. This word has a near homonym, pay, verb, to give in return for something. This word has a near homonym, zoo, noun, a garden or park where wild animals are kept so the public can see them.
Zoo. Z-O-O, zoo.
This word has a near homonym, hill, noun, a part of the land that is higher than the land around it and is clearly shaped.
Hill. H-I-L-L. Hill.
This word has a near homonym, din, noun, a confused mix of loud noises. The definition is a confused mix of loud noises.
This is a practice round. And that's a hard one.
That is a hard one to be so
Let's
early.
give her another one.
Yes,
Let's just skip that one, because that one is hard.
This word has a homonym, one, adjective, being a single person or thing and no more.
Correct. By the way, before we go on, did anybody know how to spell din?
Yes,
Which was the confused mix of loud noises? What do you think? D-I-N, correct.
Oh, I thought it was D.
Uh-huh. That was a tricky one to be in a practice round.
What?
Din is
Word
ask
number
the judge in a practice round. We can see. Okay, all right, ready? Next one.
Keep, verb, to cause or stay in a given place, situation, or condition.
May I have the definition, please?
To cause to stay in a given place, situation, or condition.
K-E-E-E. Correct. Right, remember to say the word, spell the word, say the word. When you say the word, I know you're finished spelling it, so I'm not gonna disqualify you for forgetting to do that, but there is a point and it does help us out. Good job, Frank. All right, next.
This word could be confused with a similar word, verb, to force gas out quickly from the stomach through the mouth. A verb.
Can you hear the definition?
To force gas out quickly from the stomach through the mouth.
B-U-R-B.
This word has a homonym, lake, noun, a large body of water surrounded by land.
Lake. L-A-K-E. Lake.
This word has a homonym, sick, adjective, not well or in good health.
Sick. S-I-C-K. Sick.
This word has a near homonym, code, noun, a set of instructions for a computer program.
C-O-E-D.
This word has a homonym, air, noun, a mixture of invisible gases that surrounds us and the earth and that we can feel.
Air. A-I.
Congratulations for everyone completing the practice round. Feeling comfortable now? Any questions before we officially start? Alan?
Just, I think this is a question I was gonna ask before. Got it. Those folders you gave us with all the words and the words. Do we have to get those back to you after?
And I made the champion and second runner up will actually get some words today. Okay? Any other questions? Proud of you. All right, we're starting with number 14. Is that
Yes,
right?
ma'am. Round one.
Round one.
This word has a homonym, gills, plural noun, organs used to get oxygen from water.
Gills. E-I-L-L-S. Gills.
Correct.
This word has a homonym, rain, noun, water that falls in drops from clouds in the sky.
Rain. R-A-I-N.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym, yard, noun, the usually grassy land surrounding a house.
Can I please have those sentence?
One of Dustin's least favorite chores is mowing the front yard.
Yard. Y-A-R-D.
Correct.
Salt, noun, a white crystal-like substance that is used especially to season or preserve food.
Salt. S-A-L-T. Salt.
This word has a homonym, mind, verb, to object, to, dislike.
Mind. M-I-N-D. Mind.
This word has a near homonym, game, noun, a physical or mental competition that has rules and which players try to win. This word has a homonym. Pool, noun, a container usually made of concrete or plastic that is made for swimming.
Pool, P-O-O-L, pool. Correct. Speller number 7, make sure you put your, number on, do you need some tape? Yeah.
This word has a near homonym, jaws, plural noun. The bones, muscles, nerves, and other parts that make up the walls of the mouth and that open and close it.
Can you hear the word again?
Jaws,
The first picture.
a plural noun.
Jaws. J, G. J, J, A, W.
Happy, adjective, having a feeling of well-being.
Happy. H-A-P-P-Y. Happy.
This word has a homonym. City, noun, a large or important place where a lot of people live.
City. C-I-T-Y. City.
Even, adjective, being any number that can be exactly divided by 2.
Correct.
Lima, noun, a type of large, flat, green or whitish bean that can be eaten. Pardon me, I pronounced that wrong. Lima, noun, a type of large, flat, green or whitish bean that can be eaten.
Correct. Congratulations, all of you successfully made it through round 1. We are about to begin round 2. Speller 1.
Spin, verb, to turn around or whirl rapidly.
S-P-E-N-D.
That's incorrect.
Badly, adverb, very much.
And put it in the sentence.
Bernadette's mom told her that if she wanted the video game so badly, she would have to save up for it and buy it herself. This word has a near homonym, robe, noun, a loose piece of clothing that wraps around you and is usually worn at home.
R-O-B-E.
Correct.
This word has a homonym, brand, noun, a class of things identified as being made by one company.
Brand. B-R-A-N-D. Brand.
Shy, adjective, easily frightened or scared.
Shy. S-H-Y. Shy.
Correct.
Tabby, noun, a cat with gray or brownish orange fur that is striped and spotted with black. Crisp, Adjective, easily broken, cracked, or snapped.
Can I have it in the sentence, please?
Flo hurried to finish eating the nachos while they were still crisp.
Chris. CRIS.
Sorry.
This word has a homonym. Wool, noun. The soft, wavy, or curly hair of some animals, such as sheep.
Clear the sentence.
The farmer carefully sheared the wool off the sheep.
Wool. W-O-O-L. Wool. Correct.
This word has a homonym. Mean, adjective, unkind.
Mean. M-E-A-N. Mean. Correct.
After, preposition, behind in place or time.
After. A-F-T-E-R. After. Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Holding, verb, having or keeping something in your hands or arms. Omar happily showed Tina the teddy bear he was holding.
H-O. Correct.
This word has a homonym. Yawn, verb, to take a deep breath with your mouth wide open, usually because you're bored or tired.
Correct. That completes round 2.
Go to round 2 with speller number 2.
This word has a homonym. Grade, noun, one of the levels of study at a school that is completed by a student in 1 year.
Grade. G-R-A-D-E. Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Face, noun, the front part of your head that has your chin, mouth, nose, cheeks, and eyes.
Face. F-A-C-E. Face. Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Litter, noun, trash or garbage laying scattered about.
Litter. L-I-T-T-E-R. Litter.
Correct.
Paper, noun, a thin sheet of fibers used in many ways, including as a surface for writing.
Paper. P-A-P-E-R. Paper.
Soggy, adjective, heavy with moisture or water, soaked. Oink, noun, the sound a pig makes.
Or speech.
Noun,
Figure it out.
the piglet let out an indignant oink when Winston picked him up.
Oink. O-I-N-K. Oink. Correct. Brian.
Brian. You good?
All right, let's move in.
Street, noun, the part of a public road that cars and other vehicles drive on.
Emphasis, please.
Shannon always looked both ways before crossing the street.
Street. S-T-R-E-E-T, street. Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Tiptoe, verb, to walk quietly or cautiously on only the front ends of your feet.
Tiptoe. T-I-P-T-O-E. Tiptoe.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Finch, noun, a small to medium-sized bird with a short cone-shaped beak used to crush seeds. Gloria spotted a yellow-colored finch eating sunflower seeds at her feeder.
Correct.
Mercy, noun, the removal or lessening of pain, suffering, or trouble.
Mercy. M-E-R-C.
Correct.
That ends round 3. Okay, before we begin round 4, you are welcome to stay and watch the rest of the B. However, if you'd like to go back to the classroom, that's completely up to you, but now's the time to make a choice. Y'all good to stay or go?
Can I go?
Yes, you may. Back to class. Thank you, Frank. All right, we're gonna begin round 4.
This word has a near homonym. Pillows, plural noun. Bags usually made of cloth and filled with soft material. The princess could feel the pea even under several layers of blankets, mattresses, and pillows.
P-I-L-L-O-W. Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Alarm, noun. A thing that warns or signals by using noises, lights, or other effects.
A-L-A-R-M, alarm.
Correct.
Pizza, noun. A thin, usually round layer of bread dough covered in toppings such as tomato sauce and cheese and baked.
Pizza. P-I-Z-Z-A. Pizza.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym. View, noun. What you can see from a place.
V-I-E-W.
This word has a near homonym. Loaf, noun. A shaped or molded lump of bread.
Correct.
This word has a homonym. Forest, noun. A large area of land covered with lots of trees, shrubs, and bushes.
Forest. F-O-R-E-S-T. Forest. Correct.
Relax, verb, to rest.
Relax. R-E-L-A-X. Relax.
Yes. Correct.
Shiny, adjective, bright, glittering, or polished.
Shiny. S-H-I-N-Y. Shiny.
Correct.
Type, verb, to write using a keyboard.
Type. T, Y.
Correct.
This word has a homonym. Disco, noun, a type of popular dance music with strong, steady rhythms and usually electronically produced sounds.
Disco. D, I, S. D, O. Disco.
Correct. Congratulations on completing round 4. Any questions? All right, let's move into round 5. Yes.
This word has a homonym. Wary, adjective, cautious and on the lookout for danger. Liam immediately becomes wary whenever his sister is nice to him because that usually means she wants something.
That is in total.
Latch, verb, to secure something against opening by using a device for holding it closed.
Latch. L-A-T-C-H. Latch.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Sloth, noun, a slow-moving brownish or grayish mammal with very long front legs and long curved claws that hang from branches and use leaves and fruit.
Sloth. S-L-O-T-H. Sloth.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Pudding, noun, a sweet, creamy dessert that is soft, spongy, or thick.
Pudding. P-U-D-D-I-N-G. Pudding.
This word has a homonym. Hours, plural noun, periods of time lasting 60 minutes.
Correct.
This word has a near homonym. Maple, noun, a tree with gray bark, sectioned leaves, hardwood, and sap used to make syrup.
Maple. M-A-P-L-E.
Excuse me. This word has a near homonym. Plaster, noun, a mix of usually sand, water, and other materials that is used to coat inside walls and ceilings.
Plaster. P-L-A-S-T-E-R. Plaster.
Correct.
Quest, noun, a journey to go in search of something.
Quest. Q-U-U-S-T. Quest.
Incorrect.
This word has a near homonym. Invent, verb, to think up or imagine. Zari liked to invent stories to tell her younger siblings.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Splinter, noun, a thin, sharp piece of something like wood that has broken off from a bigger piece.
Splinter. S-P-L-E-N-T-E.
Incorrect. Okay, and that completes round 5. Congratulations to those of you still remaining. Audience, you're welcome to stay or go back to class. It's up to you. Okay? And we are in round 6.
homonym, royal, adjective, related to or owned by the family of a king or queen.
ROYAL.
Correct.
Whenever, adverb, at any time.
WHENEBER. Whenever.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Bacon, noun, meat from the sides of a pig that has been salted and smoked.
Thank you. BACON.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Wrong, adjective, not true, correct, or right. This word has a near homonym. Tangled, adjective, knotted or twisted together. It took Keisha a few minutes to undo the tangled chain of her necklace. Adjective. Tangled.
Tangled. TANGLED. Tangled. Correct.
This word has a homonym. Otters, plural noun. Dark brown aquatic fish-eating mammals with long tails, short legs, red feet, and small ears.
Otters. OTTER. Otters.
Incorrect.
This word has a near homonym. Gremlin, noun. A small, mischievous gnome that is imagined to cause errors or problems with equipment. Gremlin. A noun. When the machine broke down for the 5th time, Joey joked that they must have a gremlin at the warehouse.
Incorrect. We are now beginning round 7. Welcome to stay or go.
And Marty, I'll call everybody back when it's completed, okay?
Okay.
All right. Round 7. I'll call everybody who competed back when it's all over because I have to do something for you.
Fiji. Geographical entry. An island country in the southwestern Pacific.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word. Artistic, adjective, characterized by taste and judgment or by art and skill.
Artistic. ART ISTIC. Artistic.
Correct.
This word has a homonym. Groan, noun. A deep, sudden, unintentional sound that usually indicates pain, grief, or sometimes disapproval or annoyance. Groan.
GROAN. Grown.
This word has a homonym. Siren, noun. An apparatus often electrically operated for producing a piercing warning sound of musical tones. Shavings, plural noun. Thin strips of wood pared off by a tool for something or shaping wood. After finishing his carving, Donnie swept up the shavings on the floor.
Shavings, S-H-A-V-I-N-G-S, shavings.
Correct. And that completes round 7.
Tireless, adjective. Seemingly not able to become weary or have your strength decrease or fail. Clumsy, adjective. Not having ease in using the hands, skill, nimbleness, or grace, such as in the use of the body or limbs or the performance of an action.
Clumsy. C-L-U-M-S-Y, clumsy.
Factory, noun. A building or collection of buildings with facilities such as machines for making goods, often from raw materials.
Factor. F-A-C-T-O-R-Y, factor.
This word has a near homonym. Poodles, plural noun. Dogs of an old European breed of active, intelligent dogs that have a curly, dense, solid colored coat and are grouped into standard, miniature, and toy sizes. Poodles. Inspire, verb, to encourage or motivate.
Inspire. I-N-S-P-I-R-E, inspire.
That completes round 8. We're now going into round 9.
This word has a near homonym. Boasted, verb, said or told something intended to give others a high opinion of yourself. Brag. Monique boasted of her ability to complete all of her homework in 5 minutes flat.
O-S-C-E.
Incorrect.
Abnormal, adjective, differing from the typical.
Abnormal. A-B-N-O-R-M-A-L, abnormal.
This word has a near homonym. Gravity, noun, the tendency or state of being drawn to the mass of something in the sky, such as Earth, Moon, or a planet, for bodies at or near its surface.
Gravity. G-R-A-V-I-T-Y, gravity. Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, borrowed, verb, receive something such as a book from a library to use outside the library for a period of time. Borrowed. Yash borrowed a book from Snails from the library so he could finish the science project.
Correct.
This word could be confused with a similar word, pleats, plural of noun, folds in cloth made by doubling material over on itself and that is stitched, attached, or held along one side. Pleats. Kushi picked a skirt with pleats and paired it with a ruffled blouse.
Pleats. P-L-I-T-Z, pleats. Incorrect.
Okay, that completes round 9. You're welcome to stay or go back to class. All right, we're gonna begin round 10. Down to 3.
This word could be confused with a similar word, scratched. Verb, scraped or rubbed lightly with something pointed or rough in order to relieve itching.
Scratched. S C R A T H S C R A T C H E D, scratched.
You went back and changed it, so it was incorrect the first time.
This word has a near homonym, ghost, noun, a supernatural appearance, apparition.
Ghost. G-H-O-S-T, ghost.
Distorted, verb, twisted out of a natural, normal, or original shape or condition.
That is E-O-R-E, distorted.
Incorrect. And that completed round 6. So that completed round 10. Miss Jenna. Chance to spell 2. Right, thank you. Good confusing. Okay, so you have the next word to spell, and if you spell it correctly, you're spelling it.
This word could be confused with a similar word, mission, noun, a specific task with which a person or group is charged.
Mission. M-I-S-S-I-O-N, mission.
That is correct. So you are our spelling bee champion, and you are our runner-up in ACO. Congratulations. So you went like 10 rounds. That's pretty good. I can tell you all studied. Excellent. Let me call the others in here to come back for just a minute so that I can give them participation.